Let us continue with the topic congruence of triangle. Children, so far we have discussed what do we mean by congruence, correct? We came to know by doing some activity that if the two objects are of same shape and size, they are congruent to each other. Those were the objects what we have taken and understood. Now let us again take one more object and find out whether the two objects are congruent or not. After that, we shall proceed to the congruency of plane figures. See here, I have two remotes in my hand. Now just by looking at these two remotes, can you tell me whether the two remotes are congruent to each other or not? What do you think? Let me place this one over the other. Now as I place it one over the other, tell me now. See, I'll place my hand. See? Children, they are of same length. But still, can you term it as congruent? They are of same length. See? They are exactly the same length. But see, when the length is same, still you can see some part of this remote. The remote which is behind here is visible from here. That means it is not completely and exactly over this remote. Correct? Same way, you can see the edges of the remote which you can see here, the second one. Okay. If I turn it back, now you can see even though they are of same length, the edges of this remote, the first one, you can see is coming out. Correct? So even though these two objects are of same length, still we cannot term these two objects as congruent because they are not congruent to each other because they do not have the same shape. How did we know that? Because when we place one over the other, we could see that they are not exactly over each other. They have to be exactly and completely over each other. That is, they have to be overlapping each other completely. None of the part of one object should be out or visible from the other side. Correct? So in this case, we saw that even though the length was same, shape is not same. This is why before moving to the congruency of plane figures, I did this activity to make you understand that shape and size both are very important when we talk about the two objects congruency. Now we shall discuss the congruency of plane figures. Children, before we proceed to the congruency of plane figures, let me tell you that if you want to check the congruency of any plane figure or of any object, there are three ways by which we can do it. The first method is by observation. Like what we did now was merely by observation. Clear? Then the second method is by superposition method. That means you can take a trace copy. That means you can take a trace copy of one object and place it over the other, and then you see whether the trace copy of what you have taken after placing is completely over it. If it is, in that case you can say the two objects or the plane figures are congruent. This is the second way. Here you can also take the cut of the figure also. You can cut the figure and then you take out that figure after cutting and place it over the second. Then also you can place and see whether they are completely and exactly over each other. Then you can say the two objects are congruent. And the third is by congruency rule. This we will learn for congruence of triangle. Now let us start with congruence of line segment. So for congruence of line segment and for angles, we will do it by superposition method. Let us start. Now to check the congruency of line segment, let us first draw pair of line segments. This is your activity also. You see the video carefully and this you will do it in your notebook. For this you need a tracing paper, or it is also called as butter paper. You get a roll, you buy one roll and cut it into small pieces. Now what you have to do? Take out your rulers, draw a pair of line segment without measurement. It should be straight, okay? And label it. Let this line segment be AB and this line segment be CD. Now take out your tracing paper, place it on line segment AB. Wait. AB. Correct? See, I will get it here with chalk only. I don't have to. Okay. Here. Now, see, I got the mark. Can you see? I got the mark on this plastic sheet only. Now you place it, that tracing paper, over the other. See, my line. Can you see, children? This is the trace copy. And see, if I place it over the another line segment, what happens? This much part is extra. Is it completely overlapping? No. Only this much is line segment AB's trace copy. So what do you see? When I take it, I will keep it like this. Now also you can see clearly. See, this is line segment CD and this is the trace copy of line segment AB. When I place it over line segment CD, is it exactly over it? No. Can you see this some part from here? See, if I place it below, you will understand. See, this much part of line CD is still visible. That is, they are not completely over each other. That means here you can say that line segment AB is not congruent to line segment CD. And how did we got that? We have done this by superposition method. Okay, this is called as superposition method. You can do it by two ways, by taking a trace copy, or one more thing is there. Instead of taking a trace copy, you can even cut out the figure and place that figure. After cutting, you place it and keep it. And you see if exactly both are here completely to each other, they fall on each other. None of the part is visible or is less or more. In that case, you can say they are congruent to each other. So here we see that line segment AB is not congruent to line segment CD. We came to know by superposition method because when we have taken the trace copy of AB line segment and placed it over line segment CD, it was not completely and exactly on CD. Yes, there was some part which was still left to completely be on line segment CD. So this is activity what you have to do. So this is one pair of line segment I have taken. Let us take one more line segment. And again by superposition method, we will see whether now the pair of line segments are congruent or not. Again, let it be X, Y, and here I will take it as and here let it be A, B. Now what will I do? Again I will take a trace copy of, I will rub this part. Okay. Now what we will do? You take out your tracing paper, place it on one line and then after placing it, you will with pencil mark line over the tracing paper after you see. So this is the line. Now what you do? Take out the tracing paper. After taking the tracing of that line segment on the tracing paper, place it over the other line segment. See, exactly it is and completely this line, can you see? This line is on line AB. None of the part is less or more. So here we see that line segment XY is congruent to line segment AB. Correct? And how did we got this? We have done this by superposition method. So this is why I have explained you this method also. So what are the three ways by which you can check the two plane figures or the objects are congruent? We have discussed The first one, that was by observation. Why observation? See children, for all the objects, can you take the trace copy? If you just want to see the two ladders, are they congruent? Are they same shape and size? It is easy to place it side by side and compare. Yes, for objects. Then for 2D plane figures, we have done by superposition method. That means you can take the trace copy of one object, place it over the other, and if it completely falls on that object, in that case you can say the objects are congruent to each other. Correct? This you can also do it by paper cutting method also. Now take for example, I want to see my plane figure, this thing. Is it congruent to this figure? The same circles. So I can do it by taking a trace copy of this circle and placing it over the another one, or you can cut the figure and place it over the other. And when you place it, then you see, is it completely over the other object? If it is exactly and completely over the object, in that case you can say they are congruent. This also you will do both the ways. First is by superposition method, and under this we have two sub methods I told you. One is the tracing paper method and the second is by paper cutting. So you will draw two pair of lines, two different times. Okay, one is ABCD, that one we have taken. That way you saw they were not congruent. Now another pair I have taken, here you saw they are congruent. Remember that when you take the tracing of one figure and place it over the other, how will you know after 2-3 days that why you have written that they were congruent to each other? Because you have done by superposition method, and in that you have taken the tracer copy method, correct? So that tracing paper, you will on the margin, you will apply Fevistick, and where you have placed it, like here I have placed from this point, then you paste it in your notebook. This tracing paper also, it should be like a flap. So whenever you want to see, you will see, yes, it is exactly over each other, and it should be like this. Don't paste it completely from all sides. So in this session, we understood that if you want to check the 2D plane figures congruency, you can also do it by superposition method also. And under superposition method, you have two ways, any way you can opt for. First is you can take a tracer copy method, where you will take a tracing paper, place it over the one object, and again copy it and place it over the another object and see if it exactly and completely falls on it, it is congruent. The second is cut, copy and paste method. That is, this also you will do. So on the first page I told you, you will take a pair of line segment and take a tracing paper and show whether the objects are congruent or not. Then again you will take another pair of object. Here also you will take again line and see that the two objects are not congruent. And remember, after that, write down the concluding note. After doing these two activities, the note will be the two lines are congruent only if, what have you seen? Because here in the first case, the two lines were not congruent. Why? Because one line was longer. Can you see the first case what we have done? And the line one what we have taken the trace copy was of short length. So the start point is, why are we doing this activity? We are doing this activity to find out that for plane figures in line segment, we are discussing the congruence of line segment. So for congruence of line segment, now after doing these two activities, you will write down a note that the two lines are congruent only if they are of same length. That also means that if they are of same length, they are congruent, vice versa. Correct? So this you will write down that the two lines are congruent only if the two line segments are of same length. Same way, we can also check it for angles. So now let us discuss congruence for angles. Now if you want to check whether the two given angles are congruent or not, This also can be done by the same method, that is the superposition method. Take for example, suppose I have drawn one angle here, label it as angle B, okay. Take it as A, B and C. Now here I have another angle, this is F, G, E. So here I have two angles. Now just by looking at this, by observation, it is difficult for us to say whether the two angles are of same measurement. So what we will do? We will do it by superposition method. So for this also, we will again take the tracing paper and you will place it on one angle and see what will you do. I will just mark the angle. Okay, I will take the trace copy of angle B and now I will gently place it over the other angle. Can you see? Yes. And what you have to do? You have to paste Fevistick on the margin and you will paste it. Now see, is it congruent? See, this line is here and the angle B, see, it is here. Got it? That means, see, difference of this much angle. So what do you see here? That angle B is not congruent to angle F. Why? Because the measurement of angle B, suppose whatever it is, now with protector also, you just measure it. Suppose this is 83 degrees and you will see this is is 80 or 75, correct? So measurement of angle B is not equal to measurement of angle AF. This is the reason why they are not congruent. Yes or no? Because the arms you see, this arm, this is not, when you are placing it, the trace copy of angle B over angle F, it is not exactly falling on this line segment FE. Yes? So in this case, they are not congruent to each other. So when they are not congruent to each other, what information we get? We understand that for angles, if we want the two angles to be congruent, what should be equal? Should the line segments be equal? No. Only we see the angles. So for angle to be congruent, the measurement of the two angles should be same. Have you understood? Let us take one more example of angles. Now again we will do the activity for angles only. So see here, I have drawn, this is my one angle, okay. I am drawing few angles. Okay, I am not labeling it now. I just want to see whether the pair of angle, I will check these two and I will compare these two, are congruent to each other or not. Now what we will do? Again we will take the trace copy. Now I will take a trace copy of this angle. Place it on this and mark it. Now after marking the lines, now place it over the other angle. What do you see? See, it is exactly over this. Some of you will say, ma'am, but see, the length is not same. Children, this is the start point for angles. We only see the measurement of the angle. Now again, now here we saw, after taking the trace copy of this angle, placing it over this, that it is, see, completely over this angle. Yes, so these two angles are congruent irrespective of the length. See, this arm here is more, but still they are congruent, correct? So for angles we check the measurement of their angles. Now you will say, ma'am, what about these two? You can compare with the same trace copy, because I know that here it is a right angle I have drawn. See here now, this one is the trace copy, and where is my another angle? See, so small here. See, this line is getting over here. where I have placed it. The figure which is below this is such a small figure, but still it is exactly over this. So from here we see that when we have to check the congruence for angle, we only check the measurement of the angle irrespective of the size. Take for example here. Suppose these three are, and this one also. Suppose these are all 60 degree. Okay. Now say, are these angles congruent to each other? If I compare these, take this one. Okay. I have a small one here. So these two pair of angles, are they congruent? You have to only measure the angle. If the measurement of the angle is same, that means the pair of angles are congruent to each other. Don't get confused with the arm size, this length. Okay. Here we do not check the length of the side of the angle. Correct? Children, I hope you have understood the superposition method. So now you will do the activity for pair of angle and line segment for both, and you will follow the trace copy method. The cut copy paste we will do it for triangle in the later session. And remember children that after doing each activity, after you come to know that the given pair of line segments or angles are congruent or not, do write down the note what information you have collected. Suppose for the first pair of line segments, the two line segments are not congruent. Then write down below, note that the two line segments are not congruent to each other because when you take the trace copy of one object and place it over the other line segment, they are not exactly and completely over each other. Therefore, that means the line segments are of different length. Have you understood? Same way for pair of angles also. If the pair of angles are congruent, then you will write down the note that from the above activity, we get the information after placing the trace copy of one angle over the other, they exactly fall on each other. Exactly and completely fall on each other. Therefore, the pair of angles are congruent to each other. Please complete your work. God bless you.